how would you describe this new chapter of music for you?
I feel like it's just home to me. Like I feel like it's just kind of a full circle record for me. Hadn't made a record in Texas since my little independent record when I was 18. And so to be 20 years later to finally make another record in Texas with my best friend, John Randall. And it just has this honky tonk, home sound to me. I mean, that's the way I grew up. It's the music that got me started. And so it just feels full circle.
You and Brendan did team up to write your first song together.
We did.
Damn It, Randy, which is also a great song on the album. What was that creative process like for you guys?
Well, during 2020, as we were all sitting at home, we're songwriters. So I was like, let's write songs. And it's just me and him. Mm-hmm. And he's a New York boy and had really never lived in the country ever. And so we were living at our farm outside of Nashville by ourselves on 400 acres, just in the middle of nowhere. And so inevitably, I'm like, after you can only cook so much. I'm like, well, let's write songs. Right. So I get the guitar out. And he actually was pretty good. He really had some good lines and he was into it. So we did that for fun just during lockdown. And then a few other times, our friend Jesse Frazier, who I wrote If I Was a Cowboy on my last record with, mm-hmm. He and Brendan are really good friends, and Brendan was, for lack of better words, talking shit. And so he was like, songwriting can't be that hard. And we're like, oh yeah, why don't you try it? So he made him come into the studio and actually spend a whole day writing, which was really fun. And he had changed his tune after that. He was like, oh, this is really hard. So that was more of a fun experiment, but we got a great song out of it. So It's been fun to watch because that's not what he was a police officer and he is an entrepreneur and he's a cook. And so he does it because he's with me and he's fun. And he also is one of those people that's very curious and he wants to try everything. He's down for whatever. And so when John Randall and I were doing prep for the record, which was drinking tequila, talking about music. And we were thinking about what we're going to cut tomorrow. We were down in Austin at our house and Brendan was watching football. And John got the guitar out. And if that happens, we always end up writing a song no matter what. And we started sort of having this melody and sort of playing around with some words and having some conversations about making a record on a new label and all the things we were doing. And Brendan was listening and kind of kept piping in here and there with some ideas. And we're like, are we co-writing? You're gonna have to turn the game off.
Yeah.
You're in or out, buddy.
Uh-huh.
So he did. He turned the game off, and we he had some great lines. He had some of my favorite lines in the song, and so it's really his first cut ever on an album, and I'm actually really proud of him, and he's super excited about it.
That's great. Does he have a big head now? Is he all right, I'm doing this all the time?
Yeah, he's putting songwriter on his bio now. I'm slow your roll.
That's not gonna. Can he sing at all? Maybe a duet in the future?
He sings at karaoke. It doesn't matter to him. He just has fun. He's a dancer, actually. He loves to dance. So he's just a music lover in general, which is really fun because he's not in the industry, but he loves it. And he's also very honest. It's nice to have somebody in your life that's no, that sucks. That doesn't look good on you. That song is my favorite. It's it keeps it real, especially being a New Yorker. They don't mince words.